Hi traders, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Again, just a rinse out this morning, and over 76% of it was recovered today. And the price pretty much closed only 20 points down. So we're still in this diamond phase, this bull diamond phase. Just keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Again, I want to reiterate there is an NVIDIA earnings on the 26th, which again, as I said in the yesterday's video, is almost exactly where this thing just comes to a point, and typically in these bull planets and bull flags, they favor the upside. It'll squirt upside. So, I mean, most of the market doesn't really want to be short NVIDIA so, I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of do this, all the way to here, unless there's some other kind of dramatic news that just, anything can happen. But we have all these higher highs now, and ATR from the daily is 77. Today we went from 60.21 at the low, closing about, close to 60.80. Let's just round it up, which is about a 60 ATR. We're only 100 less than 90 points away from the all-time highs. So that could happen in one day, especially when you look at some of these candles that are 100 plus points a candle. That could just be like, NVIDIA's earnings could just go bam, and all these lower highs are just gone. And that's a higher probability than some kind of major collapse. Although, anything can happen, but the probability is that we go higher. If for some reason there is a major move downward, then again, we're going to look at I'm just going to go right to the monthly, and here's that 5,800 back in November pre-election. And let's say this is a monthly chart candles, but let's say this was like a 10-second candle, and it could be they all are kind of the same. You'd be like, okay, I'm going to buy the 54.71. That would be an option, a pretty good place to order. Let's look at the day range, and this is where I look at these like 5-day. They're called 5 days balance of orders and trades. So, we put in a low today for the 5-day at 60.14 area, while again, I keep talking about this trend here just on the daily, this triangle. Everyone else is looking at the same thing. So you have this 6,000 level. If I just line up the crosshairs, here's today or tomorrow, we'll say. Futures is already open for tomorrow, but if I just kind of do that like that, that's like 6,005 on the trend line. But then if we look at like a 5 or a 10-day balance, it could rinse out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days just by going below that 59.85, 59.84 area. And let's say this was a 60-minute chart, then I'd be looking at this like, okay, well, where's the rinse? The rinse would be below this 60.11, or it would be below this 59.84, which also corresponds with the 50% retracement line from previous highs and previous lows. So you have a confluence of 3 or 4 different probable levels that there could be a rinse, and then the long trade resumes, just like it did today on, I'll just pull up a 15-minute chart. Here's the rinse today. And then it's just it was just a trickle up all day long. The ATR up here today was as high as like 12, 14. It was just awesome. Can be scary if you're trading too many contracts because you need to have almost like a 7 point stop, but your targets are like 10 to 14 points. So you guys do the math. So right now we are in, you know, I don't care what this is behind me. I just look at what's in front of me and for the current pattern. So it's already trending above the 15-20 moving average. It's already got above, it's just consolidating there. Sitting when it sits on the 60 like this, you just got to kind of hang on a little bit until it decide what it wants to do. As you can see, it'll just kind of oscillate between in here, and you know, here's that support level in here, that 60-61, 60-57, and what's it do? It just comes down, rinses everybody out, and goes right back up. And then everybody looks at this as support, or they look at this support, then it rinses everybody out, comes back up. So tomorrow there's news at 5:30, and we'll see what the reaction could be. Yeah, we'll just see what the reaction is. You could have, it's another CPI thing, but given that today's CPI went like this, you just don't know what it's going to do. But the probability is we're going to have a major move here soon. But I'm thinking that this pattern of rinsing out, resetting the RSIs, and then trickling back up is going to be with us for towards the end of this pattern shape, which means that there's just some great buy the dip opportunities, and just keep doing this. So I apologize, I got over 7 minutes. I'm trying to keep them under 5, but also I did improve my spelling here. I can't believe I had a P in there in an MBA and I can't spell. Anyway, trade them well and take care, guys. So for tomorrow's levels, we're going to be looking at a bounce potential in the 60-34 to 60-44 area. This zone right in here, depending on kind of shape and time of day. And then if we get the major rinse, I'll be looking down anywhere at 59.84 area to rinse below that 5-day balance. If it doesn't want to do that, this 6,000 could be a pretty big bounce level because it'll rinse out the bottoms of the 60-13s of daily low. Anybody that went along here, they'll run their stops and then they'll go back up. So, but watch those levels and keep track of your ATRs. And the plan is buy the probable daily 60-minute dip, then look at the 20 moving average support, the new one. Okay, trade them well.